Don't miss the second annual TRC Street Kings event held at Palm Beach International Raceway, February 16th, 2019.
What's up, guys? Sam from TRC back again. And wouldn't you know it, another 2JZ swap feature. We're here today with Jerry.
What's going on?
Appreciate you bringing the car out, man.
No problem, anytime, man.
This is a beautiful vehicle. What year is this car?
2003.
It's a 03 IS300 with a 2JZ swap, as you can see. Go ahead and fire it up for us, sir, please. Sounds real healthy.
Oh yeah.
All right, we're here in Jerry's 2JZ swapped IS300. What's up, Jerry? Appreciate you picking me up today, man.
Anytime, man. Thanks for the interview.
Absolutely. We got a beautiful day today. Definitely stoked to do a few hits in this thing. So tell me a little bit about the car. I know we chatted a little bit earlier. It's quite an interesting story, a bit of a journey to where you got to today.
Yeah, so it's a 2003 Lexus IS300. I purchased it in 03 and brought it right to Toyota to get it turbocharged. The car had like 6 miles on it.
Off the lot, no 3.
Off the lot, yeah. Brought it to Lance, put a small turbo, Garrett on there, stock internals.
Lance now being tuned by Lance, correct?
Tuned by Lance, yeah. Lance designed the entire car from the beginning. Had a stock 5-speed and a stock clutch. Put 400 of that, blew that, meaning the clutch and the tranny. Pulled that off, put the GetTrack V160 on, and then we were doing like 450, 500 from 03 to like 2012. And then I said, there's not enough power, man. I need more power. So I sold that kit, redid the whole thing, and now she's 1,000 horsepower.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds so good.
So it has dual tile blow-off valves. It's got a Garrett GTX 4202 R turbo, which is a 78 millimeter, 1.15 in the rear. There's just so much dumb work to this car. Like, it's just got so much work.
Yeah, I mean, the engine bay is absolutely spotless, man. It's
yeah,
beautiful, beautiful job on the build.
Thank you. So yeah, Lance, first off, we designed the whole thing, and a lot of people think this is a full swap, but it's not. This is the IS300 2JZ GE.
Okay.
So the only thing different, if you see the tanks and the top, the valve cover, it's from a GS300 Aristo in Japan. So that's the only thing that's changed is the top. But the head, the block, everything is from an IS300. Has a VVTi cam gear working.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, fully built.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool, interesting. A little different than the usual just straight Arista swap or 2J swap.
Or just do a 2J swap, and a lot of people didn't realize that, and they said, why did you keep it on there? I said the cam gear works because Lance has used a VVTi cam to work with the big boost, and also if you do a CFM flow rating chart from the IS300 head to the older Supra, the IS300 flows and performs better, regardless if we did an entire
so
full overflow.
You might as well just kind of stick with what you got.
Absolutely, and build it, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Fully.
I want to point out as well that we have ice cold AC running out of this thing.
Here you go.
Look at that. That is just a treat.
Stock leather.
That is just a treat, guys. Yeah, I mean the interior in here is beautiful. It's just, you know, stock, very stock looking. It's completely stock, obviously.
Yeah, it's
no boost controllers or anything.
No gauge pod, no boost controller, nothing. It's set at low boost right now, which is like 23 psi, probably at 760 horsepower.
Okay.
That's probably about
download the car, that power?
Yeah, we download the car every which way, and Lance is like, well, how do you want it? And I said, on kill, the car's uncontrollable. On kill, we did 1,021 and 826 of torque on 40 psi E85. The car on kill is just dumb. It's uncontrollable. Stock rear end, no wide body, and a 10-inch was the biggest I could fit in the rear. So
just sliding around.
Yeah, I mean, it's a luxury sedan. This car had 140 horsepower when it came out the gate, and now we times it by 10. So. Second, third.
Yeah, no, and it hooks up good. It feels,
she feels good,
solid.
Right?
Yeah, it feels very solid.
Yeah, she's just all over.
A lot of people don't get that either. I mean, they do. There's a lot of guys out there that are doing the dyno queen thing and like to put numbers up, but it's admirable when you see someone that you built this car to drive it on the street to have fun with it.
It's very drivable at 500. I drive the car at 760, and yeah, brand new Toyo R888's in the back. She can hug, but second, third, like she'll move on you. The rear end, even though it has the IS300 LSD, I don't know how good it is. So when I say stock rear end, the 01 to 05 IS300 came with these packages. I have the navigation, the LSD, the L-Tune package, the L-Tune carbon fiber, the L-Tune mats, everything the car has, the moonroof, except heated seats. So the car from factory is almost balls to the wall. There's no reason for the heated seats.
Yeah, no, it's great in here. It's beautiful. So I have to bring it up. I'm sure people give you a comparison to Jerry Garcia every now and then, right?
I get Jerry Garcia. I get Charles Manson in his heyday. Yeah.
Because I'm sure people in the comments are going to be asking why Charles Manson is driving around in a 2J swap.
Yeah, I get Charles Manson, but like not Charles Manson when he was like old and getting ready to die, like in his heyday.
A young prime Charles Manson. Okay.
And I was like, no, I don't got a swastika on me.
All right, cool. Well, hopefully we'll get a chance to do some hits here in a little bit.
Yeah, the car has a GetTrack V160 with a custom-made drive shaft. Because when you get in this car and you start passing like 500, 600, 700 horsepower, there's really no viable option. And now Toyota stopped making the GetTrack V160, so its value just went up.
Yes.
But I think the V160 is probably the best investment anybody can make on any car, let alone a Toyota or Lexus.
Absolutely agree. The power that those can handle is the same with the 2JZs. Obviously, it's a tried and true platform basically. So
Supra's running with 1,500 horsepower, and actually my head is built from head games for 1,500 horsepower. That's why the car has so much torque. So normally when you have a 1,000 horsepower car of this setup, same turbo, everything on a Supra, you'd see like mid to low 700s in torque. And at 826, we were surprised, and Lance said it's because of the headwork.
Very nice, man. Yeah, it's crazy how much power you can build out of these things with minimal work and the right people really doing the job for you.
That's 23 PSI on E85.
Dude, it hooks up and
probably
goes.
750, 760,
Not a lot of boost lag or anything.
No.
It builds up and
even with a 115, the turbo is so responsive because it's dual ball bearing. Like you feel she comes on at 5K and then she just goes and never drops back down. So
no, I felt it, man. It lifted up and just
feels good, right?
Off we went. Yeah.
kill right now. I got to explain like to everybody, like this car is on wastegate spring, the lowest setting, which is 23 psi, and
that's wild.
Like you feel it, she feels nice.
It feels real good, yeah. I mean, going above that, you're definitely getting into the dangerous territory. So.
I've had this car move on me from 3rd to 4th gear on kill, and she slide around. It's not a fun day, dude. Yeah.
Nah, man, this is a badass setup you got here. It's perfect.
Thank you.
Oh. Just makes all the right sounds. Feels so solid.
Real drivable.
Does not have the feeling of like something's gonna break, you know? It feels strong, feels solid. I've done quite a few 2JZ features the last few weeks here, so I'm getting pretty familiar with these engines and different power setups, and this is nice, man. This is a good streetable setup right here.
Thank you.
Quite a long time to get to this point too, correct?
Yeah, man, the car was down for 4 years, from 2012 to 2016, because I'm so particular. I wanted the best of the best. There's no corners cut in this car. So the head came from Head Games, which was built for 1,500 horsepower. They had one already ready, and they sent me that one, and I sent them my core. The block was done South Florida machine, honed, decked, blueprinted, 3.0 setup still. BC pistons and Carrillo rods.
Okay.
The head's got BC 272 cams. It's got 1mm Ferrea lightweight valves, MRS shimless buckets, full race port polish.
Wow, so the head's built up on this.
Fully built.
Yeah. Pop this thing in.
Oh yeah.
Man, that thing rips.
Yeah, she feels real good.
She just wants all that air, yeah.
The power band comes on clean. It's got a perfect air-fuel ratio. It has an RPS triple carbon clutch, which was like $3,300.
What are you redlining at in this thing?
8250.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice power band right there.
Real good. So from like 5K on to 82, 83, she's all in. Yep.
Hell yeah.
She just jumps, man. Like she feels real good.
Oh yeah, it's ready to go. As soon as you downshift, you feel up, you know?
Matt Holung. This car is not it's not built without Matt. Dude, she's Matt Holung, which is Lance's son. The car's not built without him. He did a lot of the turning of the wrenches, man. He's a really good guy, real smart cat, and he learned from the best. Lance is the best. Lance is the only one that's ever touched this car. In the design, the setup. The car has 3 fuel pumps, 2 Walboro 255s inside, and a Magna Fuel 750 in the rear to a 1-gallon surge tank. So the car always has fuel.
Always has pressure, yeah, always has fuel.
So the 2 Walboro 255 in tanks, one is set at an 18 PSI relay, so it comes on after so you don't flood the surge.
Wow.
It has 2,000cc ID injectors, custom fuel rail.
2,000cc ID injectors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Custom intake manifold.
You're running it pretty conservative right now today.
Yeah, I mean, she's like, it's so hard to tell people that she is on the babyest setup, you know?
Wild, man.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do another one, guys. Yeah, you got no one behind you.
So the car also
just hits you right in the spine.
It hits you. For stopping power, we elongated the stock hole, so it actually has Toyota Supra TT calipers on the front with 2-piece racing brake slotted rotors, so the car would stop, because with this kind of power, the stock brakes
We're getting it done.
no good. Yeah, they were lighting up. So
yeah, man, this thing is a beast. She gets up and goes. It's a fun ass car.
the back housing of the turbo, everything down was jet hot coated from Hot Shots, ceramic coated, all V-band clamped. Shout out to JR Junior Wiring. He did all the wiring. The car has an AEM Series 2 with a custom DZOD wiring harness, piggyback to the OBD2 computer, which Lance designed and did wire by wire. Junior also did the hookups as well.
Wow, yeah, Junior does some really nice work.
the best.
work.
Yeah. So for electrics, Junior's touched the car. Everything else, Lance and Matt. Head Games built the head. The block, South Florida Machine. And it was all assembled together. Yeah. 1/2-inch ARP head studs.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Everything was done to the car. Very detail oriented on this build, and definitely really appreciate you picking me up and taking us for a couple of pulls today, man.
Anytime, man. Appreciate you guys.
I appreciate you, and a lot of hard work went into this thing. So it's
a lot of hard work and a lot of money.
Really cool, man. Really appreciate it. A lot of money for sure. That 2JZ tax is real, right?
For real, yeah.
The 2JZ tax is real.
Especially on this car because everything was relocated. The batteries in the back, the ABS, the power steering had to be relocated. All the electronics and computers inside, the AM is inside. Like everything had to be relocated. They don't understand like the kind of work and custom work just to relocate all that stuff in the car.
Oh, absolutely, and make it all work too.
The ABS alone, it's very time consuming.
Now, I think you mentioned you've had this car for quite a while and you're playing with the idea of letting it go soon, huh?
Yeah, I've had her for sale for about 2 years. I'm not hard up to sell her. I love her. I mean, I've even called her a Lexus. It's my baby girl. I truly love this car. It's hard to say like, oh, it's kind of weird that you love a car. No, like I love this car. I spent my heart, my blood, my sweat, my tears, my money in it. But I think it's just time to move on for something. I've had my fun, and it's time probably to move on to a Lamborghini. So yeah, she's up for sale.
So maybe we'll see you in a couple months. TRC Lambo feature.
For the Lambo, and then we'll TT it probably from underground. That's the plans, yeah.
Because no one ever keeps anything stopped these days. No, those guys. Dude, you're an animal.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate that, man.
Monster, right?
Car is bad ass. Pardon my language, but don't pardon my language. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed today's feature. I'll see you guys next time.